We'll also talk about XRP ETF approvals. You will wish they would stop talking about them now because you are sick of hearing about them, but they won't. However, I'm joking because they will have too many of them. After that, we'll talk about Ripple's current plan because it's working so well. 5 years ago, the blueprint told us that they would be crossing off countries that have accepted the XRP ledger. No need to say more, just sit back and relax. Let's look at a Bitcoin that has gained $98,719 in the past day. There's a 1.57% rise in it. The price of Ethereum has gone up by 2% to $2,795 right now. The price of USDT and USDC, two stable coins, is $1. The price of XRP, on the other hand, is $2.65, down 1%. In this case, the value of all cryptocurrencies has gone up a little, which isn't bad. Hey everyone, $3,240 billion now. What do we need to find? Bitcoin isn't too hard to understand. If it goes above $108K, we expect a rise. If we get the rise, the first stop for this will be between $1.15 and $1.25. Ethereum's price stays at $2,700. We still want this to go back above $3,500, and the XRP numbers haven't changed. The important level to break out of is $2.82, which would give us a quick boost to $3. But the question is whether we'll get to that point or whether there will be more falling. Also, how much lower can we go? I'll take care of you. Dr. Profit said that the value of the gold market has gone over $20 trillion. The value of Bitcoin right now is $1,900 billion. He tells you to do your own math because we all know this will happen at some point. Bitcoin will be worth the same on the market as gold. If Bitcoin's market value is the same as gold's, each one will cost more than $1 million. That loop won't happen this time, of course, but this is how Bitcoin seems to grow in the future. Since this is the case, everyone knows they should have at least one Bitcoin. Why? If you own one Bitcoin and it goes up to $1 million, you will make 10 times what you invested. This is true whether it happens in 10 years or the next cycle in 3030. This hedge is still great, and now is a great time to play it. It's up to you what you do. I am not going to buy Bitcoin. At this time, I don't want to buy Bitcoin. I believe that Bitcoin could go up 3 times in this bull market, so I think it will go up about 2 times. This puts me on the lower end of that range. There are a lot of other opportunities in the coin space, and I think we will rise well above a 2x. Right now is not a good time to put money into Bitcoin. I might decide to wait until the bull run is over and the market starts to correct. But we don't know how bad the dips will be. Everything will depend on how much institutional money comes into the market. So I'll buy a lot. Let me have some Bitcoins. I'll store them in a locker for the next 5, 10, 15, or even 100 years. It's just not my thing right now, though. Your Bitcoin stash could be real, or it could just be a trick. But $20 billion will be met, making Bitcoin worth $1 trillion. Chief Executive Officer of Ripple, Casey Cronach, says, we're going to take advantage of the Portuguese blockchain opportunity. This week, she's going to Ripple and PwC. PwC is a very big company, in case you didn't know. When I first finished from college, I worked for them. I also put together an event in Lisbon where we talked about how blockchain technology and digital assets could change the way Portuguese financial services work. However, the trip is just beginning. Because it is small, flexible, and has a busy crypto economy, Portugal is a great place to make things and try new things. That sounds good to me. You now know what happened in Brazil, which is pretty interesting because most of you remember it. When we look at the big picture of XRP and all of its links, we've seen this for a long time, in case you haven't seen it yet. It says that XRP stands between all the big currencies and connects them. Whether that's the stablecoin part like we saw in Brazil, or whether it's used as a reserve asset or for spending across border. But Mr. Man put this out there. It's finally here, Brazil's stablecoin. There are already links between the USD and RL, JPY, Japan, and other currencies. The UK has the Great British Pound. Mexico has the CNY and China has the euro. We also know about the letter Stuart Alderete sent to the country's central bankers about 6 years ago. We know that they tried to use XRP to send USD to Mexico without having entirely clean and sanitized accounts. What we're looking for here is what we call the circle of life. What are the plans for Switzerland and Mexico, respectively? These are the most important currencies from around the world. Once this is done, they will all be used and linked to XRP and the XRP system in some way. I think that stable coins or digital currencies made by central banks will be used at the end of each day. The SEC officially looks at grayscales to see if they will be built out or if they will use XRP directly to bridge or settle deals. Remember that the time is running out as soon as the SEC says they will be reviewing XRP ETF applications until October 18th. They have 240 days to make a choice about the ETF applications. From day 1 to day 240, they can make a choice, but only if they make it to day 240. That doesn't mean they have to wait 240 days, though. Someone has to decide whether to accept it or not. For many years, Bitcoin was turned down. But now that Ethereum and Bitcoin ETFs are out there, I think this will go a lot more smoothly for XRP. I think that these ETFs will really take off in Q2 as a better. Now let's look at the XRP chart. Let us look at the message I want everyone to know about and the way the price of XRP is moving. The breakout has already been talked about, and we had a great daily close on Wednesday 2 days ago. We had to go above 270 to close, and we did so at 273. Right here at the top is the next important level of resistance on XRP that we want to hit. This is about $2.82. We can go up to $3 once 82 cents is broken. But as I said before, the price will not stay around $3 for long. We will see an instant rise to $4 to $5 and maybe even more. But between $4 and $5 is a good amount to aim for. XRP is moving between $2.64 and $2.64 right now. As we can see, we've been cutting in for a while now, and this one was worth an extra $2. But what I'm going to look at here is the ultimate breakup. I'm aware of one more breakdown, but I want everyone to know that $2.82 won't be tried if it doesn't break out, and it won't work the first time either. About $2.30 will be used to push back to this heavily crowded yellow-lined area. Discussions have been held about the chance that this will break below $2.60 in the next 1 to 2 weeks. However, it is not being said that this has to happen in months. It could go as low as $2.20 or even as low as $2.30. I don't want anyone to worry because they think it's over, because those dips and chances won't last long. The bull run didn't end in December, but more and more people think that it did. This is a long-term bull run that will last past 2025. It's not the same as the bull run with institutional money and the new boss of cryptocurrency. This drop should be seen as another chance to buy low and maybe do some DCA. We went up and down this $2.30 range for about 2 weeks, so get ready. But be careful not to get too excited when Bitcoin starts to have bad days. You can lower your average buy price of XRP. If it's more than $2.20 or $2.30, you can also take the chance to just add a little more, maybe in a side bag. But this move is going to happen. This is only no longer true if $2.82 is broken, which I think will happen in the next 1 to 2 weeks. As of now, I still think it will go up to around $4, $5 by the beginning of the second quarter.